welcome back. We're back. Also, happy Pride. It's Pride Month. Woo! Yes.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride. Welcome back to another Are We Nerds podcast with your favorite host, Emily and
Emily.
Yeah. So, like we keep saying, happy Pride. That's why we're talking about Haikyu.
God, we are gonna do a oh my god, last night I was watching Sasuke and Miyano, the graduation movie, just because I wanted to my head really hurt. So I was like, let me watch something that's gonna make me happy.
That's on
And so I
Crunchyroll,
watched
right?
that.
I gotta watch that.
And then also I realized that the place where I was reading Sasuke and Miyano wasn't updated for the chapters, so I found new chapters that I've been waiting for months.
Perfect.
I read those, and then Harry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Will Turn You into a Wizard, had a new chapter update.
Ooh.
I read that.
Ooh.
Anyway, all that to say, we're gonna do a Yaoi Yuri video, podcast episode this month with everyone's favorite Adrian.
Can with that can we include yaoi manga? I've been reading more manga than I've been watching things, but I will attempt to watch things as well. I've just been reading more.
Oh. No, I figured I read more BL than I watch it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to watch some Yuris. I've actually never seen a Yuri. I don't know why. I just usually the things that pop up in my it just doesn't pop up in my recommended. But there was one when I was scrolling through the romance category the other day on Crunchyroll that popped up, and I was like, I want to watch that.
That looks good. I gotta do that too.
I watch that.
I feel like I need to write down a list and just be like, just check it off, because I'm sure Adrian will have really good Yuri recommendations.
Oh, Adrian loves Yuri.
Speaking about him, it was so funny because he was like messaging me last night. He was like, all right, it's time to fucking go. He sends me a screenshot of his Haikyu movie ticket. And he's like sending me messages while he's watching the movie. I was like, I'm getting like live commentary from this. I was like, just watch it. But we'll get into that because specifically, even though we're talking about Haikyu this episode, we are specifically talking about the movie that has recently came out in North America.
Sorry, I looked. Well, this is also on Haikyu. This Haikyu. I never know how to say it. I was looking over and Kenma is on the litter box, and I'm like, are you pooping or peeing? But then he took the top of the litter box off, and Kuro's just looking at him like, what the hell? And Kenma just keeps burying shit, but he's been doing this for all morning. Anyway, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you guys know that we have added 2 new members to the Are We Nerds family.
They're so
2
cute.
Cats. I got 2 kittens. I adopted 2 kittens, and their names are Kuro and Kenma from Nekoma.
It's
Kuro
meant to be. It just connects. It does. We're connecting the dots here.
And then Kuro is a black cat, so obviously in Japanese, Kuro Neko means black cat, and then Kuro has Kuro's personality from Haikyu, and Kenma also has Kenma's personality from Haikyu. Kenma is a gray cat, but, that's fine.
They're so cute. I can't wait to meet them. Because
they're menaces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do we expect?
They keep trying to eat Misha's food. This morning, they've been waking me up at 8. This morning, they woke me up at 7:30. Not even 7:30. It was 7. And they're like, all right, guys, time to eat. And so then I let them out so they can while I'm getting their food, and then I don't know where they are, and then Savannah comes out of their room and they're like, I woke up to Kuro and Kenma chowing down on Misha's food, And I was like, oh my God. And then I opened the door and I was making myself breakfast. And I was like, oh, I don't hear them. And then I go over to Savannah's room and they're munching down on on Misha's food. Misha's our other cat, my roommate's cat. And I'm like, you guys act like I don't feed you. Like, I feed you.
They're little growing creatures. They're just menaces. It's like
So
their stomach is a black hole. It just disappear.
they're also getting chunky. They're getting tummies.
I love the videos of when people hold up their cat after eating, and it's like literally like.
That's exactly. But the thing is, though, is that's how they look all the time.
They're just chunky all the time.
They're chunky all the time. Anyway, so yes, we did add 2 members, and they are named after Kuro and Kenma from Nekoma.
Did the movie have quite a bit of like inspo or like I'm naming them because I just watched this movie and they're cats?
So I had 2 name options for them. My first one was actually from Noragami. I was gonna name them Yato and Yukine.
Mm-hmm.
But we had just watched the Haikyu movie. I also had just rewatched all of it. And Nathan has never seen Noragami, and they're also his cats. So he was like, Kenma and Kuro. And I was like, you're right.
Period.
And I was really considering naming Kuro, so it just like worked out. Because I wanted to name them, I am not gonna lie, I did want to name them after a duo in Haikyu after I saw the movie. So some options, we had Daichi and Suga.
Mm-hmm.
Was one of the options. Bokuto and Akashi. But Kenma's personality is not Bokuto's personality at all.
That's true. Because Kuro obviously is the black one. And then Kenma's the gray one.
Speaking of, let's see if I can grab him. He's chilling in here. I'm not going to try. He's going to hate me.
It'd just be like that. They're so cute, but...
They're so cute.
Yeah. Speaking about the movie. So this is how the episode's going to go. 1, we're going to give little notes and whatnot on the movie. I feel like I need to, like, see it again, because the first time I was, like, watching it as a fan where I'm just like, hell yeah, it's finally here, it's out. And, you know, like, obviously all these feelings and emotions watching it, because, like, you know, it's been a couple of years since we've gotten Haikyu content. But I feel like second time watching it, I need to either have reread the manga and then make notes on like what scenes they left out, stuff like that, and then like go into it like, oh, this could have been like way more. This is why it should not be a movie, or you know, stuff like that. So, but this is just like first watching, like
reaction, basically.
Reaction, everything.
I have thought about like things that like I wanted in there afterwards. But just, like, initial watching, like, the first round, that movie was a 10 out of 10.
It was so good.
It was so good. Like, and this is me saying it's a 10 out of 10, not considering things I wish they had, things I wish they had done differently, etc. Actually, after leaving the movie, I understood why the Nekoma match was a movie. I kind of liked it. There were things that I wish would have been done differently. But first initial watching, I was so happy. I cried multiple times during the movie. Like, it was a 10. It was a 10 out of 10 watching experience.
I think it's like the emotion that Haikyu like just itself draws out of people is honestly amazing. Especially for this being a series that is, like, kind of been around for a while. So I think, like, the manga came out in, like, 2012. And then the anime itself started airing in, like, 2014. I think I started watching it at, like, the beginning of 2015. I definitely watched it while I was, like, a freshman in high school. So, It's been around for a while, so it has like a pretty solid fan base, and especially with COVID too, and everyone being inside during 2020, like the Haikyu fandom just like increased more. So it's so funny to see people like reacting to the movie, and they're just like the Haikyu fandom that I was a part of in 2020 is like reviving itself, and people with all their hidden like Haikyu merch or whatnot. It's kind of funny to see that, but I was like, I've been here forever, so I was
You
just
know what's
excited.
funny too is I wore my Karasuno jacket to the
Hmm.
movie. And now at work, I one of the reasons it's been hard for us to film episodes is I work like because you guys know I'm going to grad school this upcoming semester, but a girl needs money because they don't give grad students a lot of money, and so I work a part time job. But my part time job is like from 4 to 9, and it gets cold. It's super hot outside, right? Because we're in Georgia. It's the South. It's summer. It's hot,
It's hot.
but it is cold in where I work. And you know what jacket I have in my locker, and I wear every day.
The Karasuno one.
I wear my clothes.
Period. Period. You
Every day.
gotta subtle anime reference.
Literally.
Do people at work know that like that's what it is?
Um, One person who watches anime, they've never seen the greatest sports anime of all time, but um, they've like it's been recommended to them multiple times, so they like knew what it
Mhm.
was. But yeah,
At least I knew what it was. That's how
mhm,
popular it is. But
mhm.
honestly, a movie for me, 10 out of 10. Just based off emotions and like just me being happy that we finally had, like, I could finally watch this on big screen. And I really like watching anime at the movie theaters because I just like the whole like surround sound. I mean, I can go downstairs to my basement, which has surround sound. Oh, oh. But I don't really like my downstairs basement. It's kind of scary. So it's just like,
It is
oh,
kind of scary.
it's kind of scary, right? So, like, just watching stuff in movie theaters, like the Demon Slayer movies, and like Haikyu was a
You'll get me
movie,
started.
but like, and then Studio Ghibli, like Ghibli Fest or whatever. I'm like, oh, great, I'm here for it. So the fact that we watched Haikyu in the movie theater, I was like, wow,
Oh,
the
I love
big
watching.
screen.
I will say, I wish they would have had the experience in IMAX like they did for One Piece Film Red.
Oh my god,
It
yes.
would have been crazy to watch.
When we had that whole like IMAX
Theater
movie
to
theater to
ourselves.
ourselves. I mean, because it came out during the summer, which obviously this came out during the summer as well. Um,
Hmm.
like when we watched One Piece Film Red in IMAX, we literally went on like a Wednesday afternoon or something. It was like lunchtime or whatever. So we were in like this. It had to be 400 seats or something. It had to be something like that. Like it was just so iconic, and it was just us in there crying. Though I was trying not to like actually cry during scenes in the movie theater because like even though it was a 10:20 like p.m. showing, there were other people in there. But I was just like, we're in a safe space because like who comes and watches the Hayaka movie at like 10:30 at night and they're not people that like super enjoy this series. So I was like, we're okay. But yeah, I pulled a Demon Slayer moment where like obviously I teared up during scenes in the movie, but then like once I got to the car and I like sat there and I thought about how much I love the series, I just started bawling. I was like, oh, I felt like a mom. I was like, oh, I'm so proud of my boys. I started
I
thinking about the next movie, like what's gonna come. That made me cry more. And then I was like, Hinata, my son.
I I didn't cry like I cried when I watched the Fruits Basket movie.
Oh yeah, she was bawling. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Um Not my highest moment, not my best moment. But I don't care. But I did tear up a lot and like subtly cried. And my theater was actually almost full. And it was a 10 p.m. showing.
Crazy. There had to be
I
at
like
least like 7 people in my theater. It was really small too, so.
I went to the like tickets to see if they had other showings coming up because I wanted to watch it again. And literally an 11:45 p.m. showing was sold out.
Damn. The weebs come
I
out at
know.
night.
I know. They're coming out of the woodworks. Aren't they, Kenma? Aren't they, Kenma? Aren't they?
I don't know. I feel like Kenma, hi. Hi, Kenma, looking at his little socks, his little volleyball socks.
Look,
He is chunky.
he's chunky!
Speaking about Kenma, okay, one of my favorite parts of the movie, this was like kind of near the end. So obviously the whole movie is like the Kenma versus Kenma. What? No, it's the Nekoma versus Karasuna match during nationals. So this was like at the end of the movie, so we're like in the third set. Um, it's Kenma's point of view scene.
Oh my god, that was
The
so good.
anxiety I felt like I was going through like athlete trauma all over again, where I'm just like, this is a dire match. I know matches aren't like life or death, but honestly they feel like that sometimes. So the way that my heart was pounding, because I felt like I was in that match, I was like, I gotta keep the fucking ball up, bro. It's all on me.
No.
The way he
It
was
was
like screaming at Liev to like pay attention. He's like going back and forth between the net, like trying to get the ball, and he's like saving, like doing these saves, and he's like setting all this time. And mind you, this is a third set. They've had like long rallies too between this match. And you know, Ken obviously is the matchmaker. He's like in control of his team. He's the brains of his team. So not only is he like mentally exhausted of trying to like mess up Karasuno, especially Hinata as a player, but like also make plays with his team. The mental exhaustion and the physical exhaustion that he was going through, I was like, man, this kid's going through it. So
literally.
he was like, even though spoilers, Nekoma lost, I think Kenma to me was probably player of the match.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. The character development that he went through in this match was crazy. Mind you, not mind you, but like also little Kenma and Kuro as kids. The way the movie would go back and forth
cute.
between the past and then like what's happening in the match now, I was just like, they're so cute. I can't believe. Also, kudos to Kuro for sticking up for Kenma to his dad, where he's like, I don't need to invite him. Like, if he wants to come, he'll come. I'm like, period.
I know.
Period. You know your friend.
I love their friendship so much.
They are like, they're the it duo, I think, of like people that really understand each other.
Yeah.
I love them. And then,
I do love them.
It's just so good. It's so good.
I will say my favorite scene, and just because I was so happy with how it was adapted from the manga, whatever, from the manga, the birdcage scene.
Oh my god, I know. That's so good.
So they nailed the expressions.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps because I thought about another one.
They nailed the expressions. They nailed animating that panel. Like, that was one of the most iconic panels, in my opinion, from the Nekoma match. And they just nailed it.
Oh, the bird cage, the knives at each other's throat between Hinata and Kenma. The best one though was when Kenma turns to Hinata and they're looking at each other between the net. He goes, "Stay interesting." And it got all silent. I was like, you could hear a pin drop in the movie theater. The way it just like, all the audio just like kind of like vacuumed out and it was just that silent. And then Hinata literally like animal instincts backs away and jumps. Period. Yeah. I was like, these players are on a different level than everyone else here on this court. And you have no idea. I got goosebumps thinking about that.
Also, we have to give a shout out to Yamaguchi's killer pinch serves.
Period. He, spoilers, but future captain. I love him.
Character development he has. Like, the first time he comes out as a pinch server, he's like, and then
yeah, he's not.
He's great. I love Yamaguchi.
I've seen TikToks of people. Okay, obviously, Haik's not yeah, or BL, but you know, in the community, sports animes are kind of like gives a vibe of like, you know, LGBT type of shows and whatnot. So it was so funny because I saw a TikTok. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but it was about Yamaguchi and Suki, but the specific scene where Suki was basically like, Yamaguchi's got her back. And I was just, they're like, they're the it couple. And I was like, period, they are the it couple.
They're another duo in Haikyu that just really understands.
Yeah, I think for like Karasuno's team, it would be Yamaguchi and Suki. They're like that.
But also moving on to things that I wish they had done differently in the movie. This is not even like manga related, I feel like, but I understand why they did it the way they did because they had time constraints, which is my gripe with the movie. If the movie had been longer, maybe we could actually get this. But the Nekoma match is one of the craziest matches that they play.
In the manga. Mm-hmm.
And they cut out so much of the match. Like, I felt the main focal point of the movie was Kenma, which is how it is in the manga. Like, you are mainly focusing on Kenma and, like, his... But it was... The main focus was the characters in the movie, and there wasn't really any focus on the game. Like, we were on the third set in, like, 20 minutes. And I wish they had shown more of the actual game. I'm not unhappy. I'm not mad about how they, like, focused on more of, like, the characters and that focal point, which was in the manga, but I do wish they had shown more of the actual match.
Yeah, because I think with how, like, the manga goes, it's, like, a couple volumes before it gets to, like, backstory stuff between Kuro and Kenma. But in the movie, obviously, it's, like, intertwining between past and present, which makes sense in the movie scene. But I just looked up the time length for, or the running time of the movie, and it's 1 hour and 40 minutes. Which the movie, like, did not feel like it was 1 hour 40 minutes. And that's not me saying, like, oh, because I wish there was more time. I'm just, it's like, it
went by really fast.
It went by really fast. Like, probably because of the anxiety of, like, what sport matches are like in animes. Made it feel that way. And also the time skipping probably made it feel like a lot was going on. It was a lot to, like, keep up with, kind of. I wonder how, like, people would feel, like, just anime-only people felt during that.
Yeah, see, like, the thing is, too, though, is Trisha, my roommate, hasn't read the manga. And she also felt like she wanted to see more of the actual match.
Because I guess the way that this one felt short, or, like, I wish I had more of this match, when it comes to, like, the next movie, I think those feelings are gonna be, like, how I feel now is how the second movie should feel if it's just gonna be, like, the rest of Nationals. If that makes sense. Like, spoiling without spoiling. That one makes sense if it's shorter feeling. Or shorter in general, which I hope not. I don't know. I mean...
Yeah, but then also, like, my concern is how are they going to show time skip stuff?
With the last movie, like, time skip wise, there's a lot to cover. I can get... Okay, I'm going to spoilers of the movie manga now. For, like, the second, third movie. Just a quick snippet. So fast forward. I think what makes sense for the second movie, if we're just going off, like, what we think it's going to be, obviously it's going to be the match between the other little giant guy. It's going to be that. And obviously things happen to where, you know, Hinata gets sick. So, like, the match is kind of, like, cut off then when Hinata leaves. Yeah. Obviously it's finished. There's other plays and, like, scenes that we get, but it's not like how the Nekoma match was, where it's like
Yeah.
every play basically, every point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's that, and then obviously it kind of goes to like, oh, we get into our second year and our third year, and like, this is what we reached in the tournaments. This is us a third year now, and it's like Kageyama's like that scene in the gymnasium when it's just them and he's like serving, he took whatever that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess that's where it would end, or maybe Hinata leaving for Brazil. I think that's maybe where it would end, if that
I
makes
don't
sense.
know, but if they're not gonna do, because they're only doing one more movie, if they're not gonna do like at
I thought
least
they
an
were doing two more.
OVA or something, no, it's only two movies, the Nekoma movie and then the next match.
But I will go to Japan and I will cause a scene.
Because like, there's no way, like at least an OVA, but also like a mini season. Like I don't know, like you can't not animate the time skip stuff.
You know how many people they're going to upset? Me? They're going to upset.
I was like, I will be rioting.
I will riot. I said if I were a billionaire, I would make my own studio. I would pay for Haikyu rights. I would animate myself. I would pay everyone to come voice. I'd be like, listen, turn the studio into a resort so they can stay there and film in comfort. Treat everyone right. Unlimited PTO, but we gotta work in a timely manner. Like, it's just free cookies. You can wear jeans. You can wear your pajamas to the office if you want to. Like, I would be the perfect boss if I had my own studio. Just saying. I'd be like, do your thing, but get it done, So, yeah.
But I don't know. That's my concern, because like with
I'll
this
save
match,
the Haikyu fandom.
Yeah, like with this match again, my concern, like the things that I would change about it is I wish they would have shown more of the match. But
Also, like in the manga during the Nekoma match, Kageyama himself as like becoming a national, like international player, even though he's still like a freshman, like a first year, he has a lot of development of like in that match of where he's like, we know that he's on a totally different level. Like he's gonna be something. There's a lot of moments like that were like there was no Kageyama stuff, which I'm like wondering what they're going to do. I don't know, because I feel like that really helped set him aside in the volleyball world, especially when it comes to Kageyama telling Hinata like, you better, or all these other players telling like Hinata, you better become good because like I'll be waiting for you, type thing. And then Nishinoya had a really cool save in the manga again with his foot that was in this Nekoma match in the manga that was not in the movie. So I was like, damn. I mean, I'm like, it's just like one little scene, but like I guess with like animating, it just wasn't like important enough, I guess, to the story. But I do love a good Nishinoya like libero save moment. So
my biggest what if is if Nishinoya actually like went pro instead of traveling the world.
Like, what would the volleyball world be like if he decided to keep playing? That's like
my biggest what if. Like, it makes so much sense that he like went and just traveled the world. Like, I get it.
Because that's so
like,
him.
What if that's so him? But like, what if he did just go pro?
He just comes back and he's like, actually, I'm gonna play volleyball now, and he just world records. He's already like all these teams. That'd be crazy.
It's so iconic. But
oh, another scene that made me cry. When the match ended, and also in the Nekoma stuff, it goes more into detail in the manga between Coach Ukai Senior and then Nekoma's coach, why they have that rivalry, because they both played for these schools teams, and they're the coaches now, or like whatever. But at the end of the match in the movie, when Coach Ukai in the hospital reaches out to the screen to shake Nekoma's coach's hand because his grandson was reaching. Girl, I was like, poop.
It was so good. It was such a good moment. But what I was gonna say, like, overall with this movie, I loved this movie. I thought it was great. Everything about it was great. It was a 10 out of 10 watching experience. I did not, obviously, there were things that I wanted to be done differently, but that's going to be with any like movie adaptation. There's going to be things that, or anime adaptation, there's going to be things that I wish they had done differently, but I didn't leave the theater disappointed. I left very happy with how it was done and how the movie went. So now it's really just waiting to see what they're gonna do. I'm really worried about the second one.
Yeah, you
Just
leave the
because,
movie theater like, yeah, and then like you're letting it digest and you're like, what the hell are we going to do now? That's how I feel.
exactly. And then I will say they set up the second movie perfectly. You didn't watch this because Dana was a meanie and made you leave.
Also, I had no idea there was an end credit scene.
It was all over Twitter.
I did not see any of that stuff on my Twitter.
Um,
So I was like, ooh,
I'm
I watched it
I'm
on TikTok.
I'm also just like scarred by Marvel movies, I think. So I always stay.
Mm.
But the post credit scene, they set up the next movie really well. I'm not worried about how they're gonna animate the match. What I'm worried about is the time skip stuff.
Because that's literally the best part. It's literally like happy ending. You know how many animes don't really have happy endings? Like,
Because you don't wanna you can't end the series with them, spoiler, losing at nationals.
yeah.
Because like you have to at least show them as they like grow up, and like when they're third years, they're like the third best volleyball team in the country.
I'm just like literally going through like, I feel like I'm Tony Stark in my head. I'm like around the screen, I'm like rearranging things to like connect the pieces to like make different movie scenarios in my head. I'm like,
Yeah, like you want to see like, um, uh, what's his name? She's the second year that becomes the captain.
Inoshita.
Yes,
Ino-
you want to see. I want to see him as the captain. I want to see Yamaguchi when he's the captain. Like how they like raise the team. They literally become the third. It didn't make sense for them to win nationals this first time around. It just. I feel like
it's not that
it just didn't
realistic.
make sense. Um, but they become, by the time they're third years, the third best volleyball club in the country for high schoolers. How can you miss that? And then you see, like Suki goes on and plays volleyball still. I want to see that.
Yeah.
They all are still friends after high school. Like they're all supporting. I was gonna say Ishii. They're all supporting Kageyama and Hinata at the Olympics, and then also like you have people from other teams that you see like Oikawa, Ushijima.
Yeah, Bokuto, that dude that was at the national camp with Kageyama, I can't remember his name. The germaphobe one.
Yeah, germaphobe.
Like it's just
you can't skip
you
that.
can't leave anything out because that's the whole point of like what we've been watching this whole series for. You're following the story of all these characters who have these different but like similar like goals of being like great volleyball players because this is the sport they love. You can't just like leave the door open with like their success stories. You have to like you can't just like wave that in our face and be like, well, it happens. That goal's achieved. But how do we get there?
I don't want no fucking montage scene at the end.
No. If I get a fucking PowerPoint.
No. I want a full in depth. Like, I do not want them to show the match and then just like doing the kind of how they did with Run with the Wind. Because it's the same studio. At the end of Run with the Wind, they kind of just do a montage of them.
I can't. I will maybe throw my popcorn in the air. Just start going crazy. Like, I think I would literally just have to, like, go into, like, I would have to, like...
It would ruin the whole movie for me.
I would be like, I need to forget everything about the Haikyu anime. I would have to somehow go into my brain and just shut it off. Be like,
But the
nope.
Haikyu anime is so good.
Nope. Hey guys, can you tell that we really like Haikyu? Can you tell?
Dude, our freaking TikTok is becoming a.
Oh yeah. Haikyu
Even
all over the page.
I've been posting more. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been posting more on the TikTok, but even I posted.
It's just like the TikTok. It's just Haikyu now. Like literally, and every time I post a Haikyu something or like a TikTok, it won't even be about Haikyu. They go, "Is that you with Bokuto? Where did you get that poster?" And I'm just like, y'all, I literally don't know. I didn't get it. Let me just answer it for you guys. I don't know. My sister commissioned this art for me during like 2022 or something like that. So it's been 2 years. She got it off of Etsy. She doesn't know. So we could blame Dana. Everyone boo Dana. She doesn't know.
Boo!
But yeah, just look on Etsy, man. And then you too could be with Bokuto.
I want to be with Suga.
Birthday. Christmas.
Oh.
Oh.
Or I've been in a Daichi phase. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in a Daichi phase.
He becomes a cop.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
But I am like, okay, it's okay he became a cop because he's not an American cop.
That's what I was just thinking in my head.
I was like, he is not an American cop, so I think it's
okay.
Okay.
I think everyone's jobs that they were like put with at the end is so them. Like yeah. I loved everything about that. But yeah. I guess to end off this episode, because we're just freaking in love with Haikyu. We love this series so much. Best sports anime ever. Let's just speed run through our little board that we made. Okay. I'll say it and then we'll list it and then like literally like word vomit, but like quickly why we picked them.
Let me find a picture. Also, look at this super cute Mew Pop Socket I got at Momocon, guys.
Loki, sometimes I forget that like we share accounts, so then I'm like, who the heck mentioned us in their Instagram story? It's like 2:00 in the morning because I just randomly wake up through the night and just check my phone. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What has been going on since I've been in the dream world? And I'm just like, oh, okay. But let me know when you find it. There was this trend on TikTok. Well, I don't know if it's a trend, but it was just popping up on my feed. And I was like, oh my god, Emily, we have to do this. It's like the...
I got mine.
It's like the boards where it's like, favorite team, blah, blah, blah. And then like you just input the pictures. So we did that because we're crazy. All right. Favorite season?
Season 2.
Oh my god, that's mine too. Why? Because it's a comfort season. Everything goes great in that season.
I love watching season 2. The barbecue. It's just so fun to watch.
I love character development. So, season 2. All right. Favorite team?
Karasuno.
Oh my god, mine too. Because why? Yeah, why not? Like, literally, why not? It's most of them the whole time. It's just...
No explanation. I just love Karasuno.
I just love Karasuno. All right. What's your favorite match?
I was, like, trying to think of the name of the team, and all that came to my head was Ushijima. Shiro Torizawa versus...
The whole third season.
Karasuno. The whole third season. That match is my favorite.
Such iconic moments, especially between Suki. It's just the club. It's for the club. It's so good. Mine is Karasuno versus Inarizaki. Inarizaki? Is that how you say it? It's the 4th season match between the twins. Specifically, honestly, because Hinata is finally able to receive the ball. And the scene of him, like, everyone's getting so anxious. They're like, we're about to lose this match. We're about to, like, get kicked out of nationals or whatever. They're all, like, going super fast. And then it just goes, like, sparkly music. Ah! And he's just like, all right. And he just sets it so high up in the air. And Suga's like, I'm about to cry. And I was like, I'm already crying. But yeah, that's mine. Favorite character?
Sugawara.
Duh. My favorite character is Hinata. He He's my son. Listen, he's a ray of sunshine. I love him. I
Yeah.
love main
Sugawara
character.
is my favorite character because he is like a comfort character to me.
And he has gray hair.
And I do love me a good. I'm not gonna lie, he was my first like modern anime crush.
Period. I mean,
Like,
he's a good guy.
I would marry him 100%.
He's the greenest of green flags.
I love him so much.
Favorite captain.
Kuro.
Oh my god, mine too. I mean, he is literally the volleyball guy of Japan.
Yeah.
He actually works for the volleyball association in Japan. Look it up. So,
Yes.
he's that guy. Favorite setter.
Kenma.
Mine is Oikawa. Also, favorite villain.
He is my favorite villain of all time. I do love some good Oikawa.
I just love how dedicated he is to volleyball, and like honestly, his attitude that he has is so like acceptable because like he is that guy. Like
It's just funny.
He is the volleyball guy. It's so deserving of how he acts, and he's just like, I'm gonna play for Argentina, and then like literally goes and plays for Argentina. Are you joking?
Yeah.
Dedication. Favorite middle blocker.
Suki.
I like Tendo.
Tendo's so funny.
He's crazy. And his song.
He is crazy.
Iconic. Favorite spiker.
Tanaka.
I love me Bokuto.
Also, another thing I will riot if I don't see Tanaka and Kyoko's marriage.
Oh yeah. I'm booking a ticket to Japan. I'm finding the studio. I'm protesting outside. Favorite libero. I don't know how to say it, to be honest. Who?
Libero. Nishinoya.
I like Yaku. And one, because he is that guy. And then two, I really love the panel of him when he comes back to Japan and he's just like the suitcase, the glasses, hair back. He knows he's iconic.
He is iconic. So, he's my second favorite. I love Nishinoya.
I feel like really they're the only two like liberos that like get a lot of screen time.
Yeah, they they are.
So it's like for people who are like, who's your favorite? I feel like it's really just those two options. Yeah. Like I don't know who anyone else would pick.
This background is low-key driving me crazy, but y'all, my room is so messy. Here, I'm gonna show you guys my background for 2 seconds. So you can see. Okay, are y'all ready? There you go.
Well, my thing fell off.
I'm rearranging my room. My computer setup is not my favorite right now to play games and stuff, so I need it. Anyway.
I think my keychains got a little too heavy. That my command strip was like, I'm giving up. So literally my whole grid thing fell.
That's so tragic.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll move it. I don't know.
I'm so excited. I love making content.
Me too.
I'm sorry we haven't like filmed an episode, but it's just been trying to figure out our schedules. I think this is a good schedule on the days that I don't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like before.
We'll make it work. I mean, hey.
And then we'll make it work when we go.
The month of May was crazy.
Yeah.
Literally really the last couple of weeks of May, I was like, I'm going to go insane. I'm honestly surprised that I didn't get sick because my body was so tired.
Also, guys, guess what is coming up? Hold up.
Oh, me, what's coming? I don't know.
Hold up.
I know now.
Let me. Where is our channel, guys? So where's our channel, guys?
Do we exist?
Hold up. Oh, Kepler finally got a win on their song. I'm so happy.
Good for them.
Oh, the song is so good.
Wavy finally got their first win too.
Yeah, but they won against Kepler, so I was mad.
You
I do
win
love Wavy though.
some, you
I
lose
do.
some.
I do love Wavy though. This is not a Wavy hate. I do like
They're
Wavy a lot.
probably my favorite one of my favorite NCT units.
Let's see.
While she's looking for that, I'll give you guys an update. Bought XG tickets.
I'm so excited. I need to ask for that day off from work.
Gonna go see XG in October. I like how they say world tour and then North America tour and then it's just the United States. I'm like, that's not North America.
No, it's not North America.
It won't world tour. No, didn't they perform in Europe or something? I don't know.
On June 29th, 2024, it is gonna be our second podcast anniversary.
Wow! Woo!
So that is it's a Saturday. Perfect. So it's not next Saturday, but it's in 2 Saturdays. So I'm thinking we release this episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next week we release the Yaoi Yuri episode for Pride Month.
Yeah.
And then the last episode of the month would be
content video.
Well, we should do a podcast episode too.
That's you.
For like our 1 year, but then we'll also do a content video.
Yeah. I think it'll have to be a video of us in our old stomping grounds. Because what are we trying to do? I'm trying to go look at all the places that we usually do in the area that we go to. Not trying to give specific locations because, I don't know, people are crazy. Mm-hmm. Those places.
I watch too much true crime.
Korean barbecue. We get some boba. I walk around World Market because I love World Market.
I'm trying to get like 3 bottles of soju, guys.
Who's taking us home?
Nathan.
Okay. And then, yeah, so Nathan's gonna be, he's gonna be
DD.
Bag holder, security guard. He's gonna be DD.
This is what you use your boyfriends for, okay, guys?
Don't worry, he gets food out of it, so he'll be okay. I'm literally staring at your basket right now. And I'm just like, I just keep buying shit off of Amazon. Because I'm like, I think she needs this. I think she needs it.
And I'm like, I'll pay for your dinner.
It just makes me laugh. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go eat because I need to get ready for work. Because I had a single protein bar for breakfast because I knew I was going to eat. Yesterday, they grilled ribeye steaks and potatoes at work. And so they gave me some because I wasn't there because I hadn't gone into work yet. And then my manager got mad at me because I didn't eat any because I had a migraine. And so, you know, when you get a migraine, you get nauseous.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to eat. And so she was like, take it home. But it was like 2 big steaks. So I split it up into 2 meals.
Period. I don't know what I'm going to eat. My dad's getting surgery tomorrow. So, I think he can't eat a full day before the surgery. Yeah. I was like, I feel bad. Like, I feel like I can't eat in front of him.
Are you caught up on Demon Slayer?
No, because he was in Athens.
Well, this will be a good time now that he's...
That's what Mom said, because she's like, you won't be able to move.
He can't move. Just make him watch Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we're behind on Kaiju and Demon Slayer.
Oh, Kaiju is so good!
I love it. I love Kaiju number 8. It's so
I love how, like, every Saturday, Nathan was like, oh, Kaiju's, like, normal. Like, it's good. And then we'll finish an episode. He's like, all right, guys, so where's the next episode?
All right, guys.
He's like another banger of an episode. I've had him watching My Hero Season 7 with me, even though he hasn't watched My Hero in, like, a couple seasons. He's read the manga, but he, like, stopped reading it when something happened. Anyway, but he's been watching it, and then he's like, oh, My Hero's fine, and then the episode will end, and he's like, what the hell? I need more. And I'm like,
I'm kind of waiting for episodes to stack up.
It's really good.
But I need to watch that. I think the only ones that I've been really, like, kind of keeping up with is Demon Slayer, Kaiju number 8, and then Windbreaker.
I need to start watching Windbreaker. I'm trying to watch Frieren first.
I need to watch that too.
I've been watching JoJo's.
I need to. We need to do an episode on, like, animes that we just, like, have not finished.
God, I'm on part 2. Nathan was like, you could just start part 4, but then you're gonna be labeled as a part skipper. And I was like,
part 2 and 3 are good.
no, I know. I also found out that Joseph cheats on his wife, and that made me sad.
Yeah, men ain't shit. Men ain't shit.
I was like, damn, Joseph, I really liked you.
It's, yeah.
And now, what is it? Not Josuke. Is it Josuke? Josuke's an illegitimate child. Part 4. Not that I think that he's actually an illegitimate child, but like, damn, Joseph.
I'm on part 5.
Anyway, I need to go eat.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming to our Haikyu TED Talk. That was kind of crazy. As you can see, the enthusiasm was there. Hopefully you share the same sentiments that we do with this series. It's so good. I hope they do justice for the rest. We are so anxious. I think the whole world is anxious. But so far, so good. First watch wise. Read it. I highly recommend reading Haikyu if you're just an anime watcher. Please, for the love of God, read it. It's just so good. It's like literally my favorite of all time. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back with more content because we're finally getting our shit together. And yeah, second anniversary is coming up on the 29th. So we'll have some new stuff for y'all content wise. So
yes.
Yeah. Much love to you guys. Thank you for keeping up with us. We're so close to 300 subscribers, which is kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, hey guys. So, yeah. Much love. Nerd on. Let us know what y'all thought about the Haikyu episode by joining our Discord or commenting down below. We have our social links in the description box. And yeah, follow us. Keep up with us. Nerd out with us on Discord. We're here. So, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Much love.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Oh, waiter.
A wiener. Okay, I just realized that